Commander. Just say when.
Hostilities are afoot.
Maintaining perfection.
Is that right? Never gonna let that go.
Standing by to stupefy.
Could have prevented this.
Consider self-preservation a priority. Capacitor out. Get it while it's energized.
What if I go and see?
Vitals are in the red, Commander.
Saving the delegates from DeVries took considerable effort, dear. Of course you could, but you didn't. They still might have a role to play if we're to close the rifts. May the plan favor us against long odds.
Don't even know where to start with everything that happened in there. At least we were able to talk Zeb out of his plan and release everything we uncovered. I'm all for sowing chaos in the Protectorate, but that kind of information is liable to do more harm than good in the wrong hands. I expect backroom dealing from unregulated corporations, not from the only agency keeping them in check. The Earth Directorate should be better than that. Permission to speak candid, Commander. Strange as it sounds, this whole experience with Zeb has helped me finally understand the position Augustine was in. Back at Horizon Point, ain't easy having to decide between your allies and protecting untold innocence. It's the damnedest thing. In spite of everything, I find myself relieved we spared her. Augustine still owes a debt to us, and the rest of the galaxy. Maybe she pays it all someday, and maybe she doesn't. Either way, you were right to give her the chance. If you taught me anything, it's that kindness ain't ever the wrong choice. Reckon time will decide the heroes from villains in this tale, but it's gonna be hard to forgive the Earth Directorate for arranging the stage like this in the first place. Deep down, I'm still convinced the galaxy is better with the Earth Directorate in it, flawed as it is. But what happened with Arcadia can never be allowed to happen again. Something has to change within the Directorate, and I think we're best positioned to see that reformation through. All said, I appreciate you giving me the space to work through this. Sort of feels like the future's opening back up after a long time closed. Likewise, Commander.
Let me know when you need a distraction.
Weapon ready, Commander. Enemy missile.
You try to limit further damage, Commander. Free energy is being looted. Torpificator at ready status. Suffered extensive damage, Commander. Recharge before it discharges.
So much for that.
I'll handle this. Commander, throwing energy your way. energy capacitor out. Energy is up for grabs. Vital critical. Don't become a statistic, Commander.
Outside. Regain target.
Multiplicator is charged.
Realize you're about to die, right?
Reviving me is strategically optimal.
Thank you, dear.
Investigating hostile intentions. Threat detected. Proceeding to attack.
Go for torpification.
Capacitor out. Get it while it's energized. Vitals are in the red, Commander.
Thank you. Energy capacitor out. Energy is up for grabs.
Attention, Commander. There may be valuable parts at this location that can improve this unit's functionality. Performing a thorough search of the Automech factory is advised. Should you wish to maximize your combat effectiveness, it is listed the desired parts are being stored somewhere on the ground floor.
Commander. Capacitor deployed. Free energy if you can reach it. Yeah.
subjects. A security breach has been detected. A full laboratory lockdown is now in effect. Repeat, this is a full laboratory lockdown. Stay calm, remain vigilant, and obey security personnel. And always trust that the Sovereign protects.
Interesting device. I usually find people hovering annoying. Making a mental note to potentially reassess.
Do try to limit further damage, Commander.
Security level.
Resorting to violence.
Appreciate if you cleared out. Gonna make me walk on over there.
I'll
And
handle
Donnie
this.
Brookins!
Yeah!
Seems suspect to me.
Mobilizing. Commander, throwing energy your way. Consider self-preservation a priority.
Every day I am giving all myself in his name. I know this to be true.
Vitals critical. Don't become a statistic, Commander.
Refilling my weapon! Cut above the average!
Try to limit further damage, Commander.
Don't mind me.
You've suffered extensive damage, Commander. Stun weapon ready, Commander.
Replenishing my...
Medic, please! Seems our auto-mechanical colleague should make ready for her next upgrade.
There's a wholesome banquet in
Investigating hostile intelligence.
Vitals are in the red.
Nutrients and high moral fiber. A delectable. Due to continued research in it.
Let me know when you need a distraction.
paradigm we serve supplies all we deserve.
Come on. Look at a few months left. Let me know when you need a distraction.
Liquored up on artificial flavors.
Ratcheting up my aggression.
Enemy in vicinity.
Look at a few months left.
Suture me up.
But it's still get on your seat. Nice job. Ready to waste.
Huh? We best flush disruptive influences! Shifting to a less exposed...
Appreciate a look. Check that out.
Attempting to reacquire target.
Knew you had my back.
Thank you.
I'll handle this.
Give the order, and I'll take care of him, Commander.
Commander, throwing energy yoke. Gun weapon ready, Commander. Energy capacitor. Energy is up for grabs.
I fear I must submit myself to mental
Let me
refreshment.
know when you need a distraction. Let me know when you need a distraction.
Contact reestablished. Replenishing my firearms. Shooting down to stop them.
The insides are leaking outside, Commander. That's by going see.
Gun weapon ready, Commander. Commander, throwing energy yoke.
Mobilize.
Either the rifts devoured everyone here, or they're all waiting to spring out at us.
Attention, IRC staff. Please head inside for an important announcement from the console.
Proceeding to attack.
At least that explains everyone again.
Vital's critical. Don't become a statistic, Commander.
Ready to waste him. On your command. Not getting up without help, Commander.
Due to an anomalous event, the interstitial hall and exhibition tower is off limits for the foreseeable future to any and all non-essential personnel. All requests to view the prototype rift anomaly modulator are hereby suspended for the time being. Please direct all further queries and study petitions to the lead researcher's office.
subjects. Listen well. Days ago, our beloved sovereign, in his infinite wisdom, submitted himself to mental refreshment to strengthen his resolve for the good of all. At his command, I, Emery Thoreau, now accept the responsibility of shepherding you through these dark times until our sovereign's blessed return. I shall not take this duty lightly, for I address you today not as the consul, nor even as your new leader, which I am, but as a simple man who wants nothing more than to defend his home and his neighbors. But I cannot do it alone.
The Sovereign's a downright dove compared to the Consul. This is gonna be bad for everyone.
Wonder how long ago the Order predicted this. Assume the presiding bishop's been keen to the possibility for some time.
As I call upon you to stand tall with renewed zeal. Together, we will finish our great sovereign's work and purge Arcadia of those who seek to harm us. We will touch our victory and step into the prosperous future.
Give the order, and I'll take care of him, Commander.
Once we've got our hands on the logic, rifts like that might start presenting opportunities instead of death traps.
Selfless sovereign, patriarch's mercies.
Resorting to violence.
Remedying
Better than bivouacking on Cloister. The toes missing.
something here. I know how this looks, but I can assure you I have leave to look into... Oh, you're not security. Then you must be responsible for all the commotion I heard just now. For both our sakes, I think it best if we continue as we were. I will forget I saw you as long as you extend me the same courtesy. I was looking for proof, if you must know. There was an incident recently, and I believe our head of security is neglecting his duty to investigate. Albin Valancourt is the sentinel charged with supervising this facility and all its researchers. Unfortunately, he's a punitive man who delights in the wretchedness of others. I'd grasp a live rod if I could pass its current to him. Although, unless you have unusual license to be here, his odds of keeping head and body united diminish by the second. That must have been so difficult for you. Unless your lamps have oxidized, you must have noticed my arm. I lost it saving the Sovereign from a rift experiment gone wrong. An experiment I was in charge of, naturally. Valancourt supplied my name for the reports, incriminating me in the eyes of my colleagues. And since he's closed off that wing of the lab, I can't prove my innocence. I couldn't possibly rely on an outsider to help me conduct an investigation, could I? No, that would be outrageous, unthinkable. Except, whatever the cause of the incident, it is my duty as a law-abiding protectorate subject to gather proof and uncover its cause. Really, Valancourt is forcing my hand here. Help you with acquisition? Assuredly not. If, however, in your exploration of the lab, you happen upon the modulator, I surely would not be able to prevent you from seizing it. What I am offering is help afterward. Once you take the prototype, it will set off an immediate lockdown. I can facilitate your exit from the facility, but only if you help me in turn. That modulator will be necessary to unfold the rift and find the evidence I need. And if Valancourt suffers repercussions for its loss, I will count that as an added benefit. The prototype rift modulator is currently in interstitial hall at the top of Exhibition Tower. There's a lift in the next room over that can take you directly there. Once you have the prototype, make your way to Valancourt's quarters. He should have a spare key card that will grant us access to the restricted wing. I'll monitor your progress from here. Be cautious. The guards of this facility will attack anyone unfamiliar to them. But once you have the key card and rift device, reconvene here, and we'll go together to the wing.
Got troublemaker.
Huh?
Investigating hostile intentions. Do try to limit further damage, Commander. Each of them. Energy capacitor out. Energy is
We're gonna take the heat off, Commander. Just say when.
Something ain't right about that rift. Though, kind of makes you wonder what might be inside.
One rift anomaly. Anomaly modulator, as requested.
Quickly, use the modulator to open the rift. It may provide your only avenue for escape.
To the unsubtle thief. Yes, you with the rift modulator. I've made the intercom available to you. Avail yourself of it. It's not every day that someone is fool enough to break into the Interstitial Reconfiguration Center. I'd be obliged if you would regale me with the tale of how you managed to get this far. A crude assessment and utterly untrue. I am perfectly accommodating to non-incompetence. I suspect you did not reach here unaided. So who was it? Which one of my undutiful brain boxes helped sponsor this little pilferage? Act glib if you like. All you've done is illustrate the need for more invasive auditing of my personnel. I'll be sure to inform them of your role in that unpleasantness. Well, there will be time to scrutinize every angle of this breach at a later date, once I have dealt with you. Does such bravado normally advance your agenda? So be it. We can forgo civilities. I will await you in the hangar. There, bullets may fly more freely than words.
Enemy about.
As of this morning's demonstration, we have finally proven my central thesis. Matter within the rifts is not permanently destroyed. Broken down into pure information. This confirms many of our
invasive element!
Suffered extensive damage, Commander.
Give the order, and I'll take care of it, Commander.
Do try to limit further damage, Commander.
As of this morning's demonstration, we have finally proven my central thesis. Matter within the rifts is not permanently destroyed. Broken down into pure information. This confirms many of our theories about the rift to an overwhelming degree, including the potential...
On your toes.
Investigating hostile. Energy.
Capacitor deployed. Bring it so I can reach it. Commander, throwing energy your way.
Liquored up on artists.
Sovereign never seemed especially perturbed. You know what Prudence always says. Frolic, prance, and shimmy to your heart's reasonable abandon? No, that's only for celebrating the downfall of our enemies. This temperament can hide in plain sight.
Got troublemaker.
Never more content. Say, remember that time the Sovereign caught us comparing pitchball cards? He was so excited about doing
Don't be reluctant to unfold any rifts you come across using the modulator. They may eject something useful to you.
Always pays to plan ahead. These ought to make sure trouble is in it.
Yeah.
Do you suppose there's been another...
to unfold any rifts you come across using the
Always
modulator.
pays to plan ahead.
They may eject
These ought to
something
make sure in
useful
trouble.
to you.
Say, bet we can unfold that rift now.
Do you suppose there's been another
Combat
incident?
Investigating hostile detection. Enemy moving into harm's way. From me.
Capacitor out. Get it while it's energized. Go for fortification.
Got trouble, mate.
How very tidy and organized this all is. I imagine Valancourt's dirty secrets are filed in alphabetical order.
Yeah! Having that device nabbed on his watch nigh guarantees Valancourt a long stay and mental refreshment, if he is not subjected to swift and fitting arbitration first. Matriarch's blessings on you. Let's not waste time then. I'll lead us to the restricted wing now. Once there, reopen the rift using the modulator, so we can begin searching for clues. There's the sorry excuse of interstitial rifts reconstitute matter in an imprecise manner, but use your imagination to conjure the original scene that could lead us to the evidence we need. You've discovered something? I knew it! I am absolved! And yet, I cannot possibly imagine what would have possessed him to deliberately endanger the Sovereign's life. It's unconscionable! I would characterize Valancourt as many vile and unmentionable things, but a traitor? No. A man cannot defecate without humming a protectorate anthem. For all the time I've spent trying to unsnarl Valancourt's mercurial behavior, it seems there was yet more I did not know about him. I think I'm beginning to understand exactly what happened here. But if you have any additional points of data, please share them. You've discovered something? I think I can formulate my own conclusion from here. Our dear head of security has much to answer for. We need to go and confront Valancourt, now. Absolutely not. I want to see that villain's face when his crime is finally exposed. Such assertiveness. I might even heed that advice, if I did not already have a plan of my own. I'm no longer willing to wait for the arc of justice to bend in my favor. Valancourt needs to die for what he's done. If I distract him, can I count on you to do the rest? I'll go first. Follow behind, but not too closely. We don't want him to see you. I'll keep Valancourt talking so that you can get a good angle on him. But his patience isn't limitless, so be swift. Attack when ready. No need to wait for a signal from me. Oh, And there's also a rift in the hangar. An experimental byproduct, as it were. I would avoid interacting with it, lest you alert Valancourt to our ploy.
Dr. Hurley, pleasant as I find your company, I must ask you to vacate the area at once. I'm preparing our defenses against an intruder.
Hold the pleasantries, Valancourt. I know you sabotaged the experiment that nearly killed me and the Sovereign. I have the proof.
Calm yourself, Doctor. Such a belligerent tone is unbecoming from one of your profession.
Don't tell me to calm down, you traitorous worm! You attempted to assassinate the Sovereign, and don't dare deny it.
For you to have discovered that, you would have needed to reopen the rift. Great prejudice! Guard! You a lot of what to do there. Me? No matter. I will not.
Energy capacitor amplificator is...
Replenishing my plus. Dr. Hurley, pleasant as I find your company, I must ask you to vacate the area at once. I'm preparing our defenses against an intruder.
Hold the pleasantries, Valancourt. I know you sabotaged the experiment that nearly killed me and the Sovereign. I have the proof.
Does Dr. Lewis, give the fight long enough. Guard! Need to listen. Great prejudice. Guard! No matter. We'll deal with us.
Vitals critical. Don't become a statistic, Commander. Capacity. Reviving me is strategically optimal.
Thus always to traitors. Morale will certainly improve in the lab now, I should think, provided Valancourt's replacement is not also an absolute pilgarlic. I had prepared this trauma kit, but obviously that turned out to be an unnecessary precaution. Please, take it with my gratitude. I'm not sure murdering the head of security at a highly valued research facility makes the argument you think it does, but noted. Have no fear. No evidence of our little collaboration will survive. I'll see to it.
Now that you have the Rift modulator, any previously inaccessible rift could be worth revisiting. Rifts may contain useful equipment and resources. However, due to the chaotic nature of reconstitution, some creative problem solving may be required in reaching them.
Energy is up for grabs. Proceeding to attack. Stun weapon ready, Commander. Capacitor destroyed. Free energy if you can reach. Investigate hostile intentions. Capacitor unit away. Recharge before it discharges. Mobilizing. Resorting to violence. You tried to limit static damage, Commander. Commander, growth multiplicator at ready status. Suffered extensive damage, Commander. Suture me up. Would improve your odds.
Help me out! Knew you had my back. Appreciate a little help, Commander.
This facility is the only thing...
Oh there. Approach the gate and identify yourself if you're looking for access. Well, of all the improbable sights I'd never imagined to actually see, folks simply wandering around the Badlands of Praetor would be near the top of that list. I've not the mind to solve the equation that demonstrates how unlikely it is you've survived enemy combatants, hostile critters, and endless lightning in near equal measure. The grounding station was built to help manage and offset the lightning that illuminates the sky and scorches the ground without pause or penance. They also used the station for a number of experiments that they ultimately lacked the capacity to complete. But, suffice it to say, we far exceeded those limitations. Nevertheless, the Exemplar is in need of help to complete his research, and our small squad lacks the manpower to provide it. But you might be the universal variable we've been waiting for. He is in the lab atop the hydraulicalized lift. Ironically, the lift was struck by lightning while the station was being reset and is stuck in its raised position. There is a trail that leads to the top. Just mind the jump onto the platform, and don't touch anything glowing, sparking, or obviously shedding lightning on your way there. And given the situation we find ourselves in, I'll be leaving the gate charged unless you're ready to pass through it. Just approach, and I'll power it down for you. Should you ever need to exit the station, just approach the gate, and I can open it for you.
I'm at my wit's end with the damn protectorate safe. You can open it.
So, you're the mysterious individual that's caused such a stir across Arcadia? Well, it is my sincerest of pleasures to meet you. I am Exemplar Simon, head of research at this station. Please consider me your personal conduit to this meager, yet profound portion of the universal equation. How may I be of service? Ah! So you're the reason I've been alerted to recalibrations. I'd wondered why some of these systems suddenly came back online. Originally, the Protectorate designed this facility to control those grounding towers, which are the only thing keeping Praetor's ceaseless lightning from turning us all into ash. And to be sure, that is the only reason Anti or the Protectorate haven't taken this place by force. They are rightly terrified of what happens if this station goes offline. However, neglect during this conflict led to Axon's shorting at 5 of the towers, causing gross misalignment. If they aren't realigned, the failures will catastrophically cascade. Wonderful. In order to recalibrate a tower, you must find the malfunctioning panel inside their control room and reset it. And to speed you along, I can offer a unique incentive. Prior to being driven from this facility, the Protectorate was exploring lightning-powered explosives. The concept was clearly beyond them, but I have already solved their errors. So with each tower you align, I can produce a batch of the explosives they theorized, and I would happily share them with you. Indeed. When aligned, each tower fills a capacitor I've modified, which provides me with enough electrical accumulation to fabricate a handful of these explosives. Unfortunately, the capacitors are only able to hold the charge for mere moments before failing catastrophically. Thus, I'm limited in production by the 5 capacitors that remain. So, for each tower you align, I am able to fabricate a handful of these electron explosives, the sum of which I shall share with you. That is fantastic news. I'll begin fabrication as soon as you've aligned each tower, and so I shall have the explosives ready for you upon your return.
I have too much on my mind for idle numerical chit-chat.
Self-preservation a priority. Ratcheting up my aggression.
Capacitor deployed. Free energy if you can reach it. Medic, please! I'll handle this. Mobilizing. Vitals are in the red, Commander. Capacitor unit away. Recharge before it discharges. Commander! First towers recalibrated, in accordance with Exemplar Simon's task list. I'll handle this. You suffered extensive damage, Commander. Energy capacitor out. Energy is up for grabs.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
Reviving me is strategically optimal.
Give the word and I'll take care of it, Commander.
Capacitor out. Get it while it's energized. You've suffered extensive damage, Commander.
Privacy, please! Guns cocked and loaded. Just give the signal.
First towers recalibrated, in accordance with Exemplar Simon's task list.
Investigating hostile intentions.
You're about to enter territory controlled by Auntie's choice. Act accordingly, or you'll end up as close friends with the inside of a raptidon.
I understand the strategic value of holding this station, but the odds of a handful of us repelling a full-scale attack is highly...
Try not to deviate from the norm.
Our enemies fear these lightning towers losing control of the skies.
Think thrice before rabble-rousing. We have numerical superiority.
Greetings, unaffiliated individual. Could you be a freelancer? A gun for hire? Might you be interested in a job involving the removal of dangerous creatures? Oh, without even formally accepting the job? I was expecting a greater level of excitement, but I suppose the job being completed is the most important part. I'll upgrade your permissions to allow for purchases from our supply surplus as recompense. Thank you. We shall be here, unraveling the mysteries of the universe.
Our intrepid Pathfinder returns. Do you have the recalibration news I've been breathlessly awaiting? Nevertheless,
Hello. Farewell. Thank you for this efficiently compact conversation.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. What if I go and sink?
Medic, please!
The insides are leaking outside, Commander.
Thank you, dear.
Another tower recalibrated. Duly noted.
Resorting to violence.
Check energy light just turned on. Ready to win. On your
Energy's up for grabs. Proceeding to attack. Capacitor deployed. Bring energy if you can reach it. Standing by to stupefy. Vitals are in the red, Commander.
Hey there.
Investigating hostile intentions. I'll handle this. Mobilizing. Don't try to limit further damage, Commander.
Give the order, and I'll take care of him, Commander.
Try to limit further damage, Commander.
Another tower recalibrated. Duly noted.
The console provides, the system abides.
What was...
Investigating hostile intentions.
Preserve that cover spot looks much better.
Passive stun weapon ready, Commander. Vitals are in the red, Commander. Commander, throwing energy yoke.
Taking cover.
Cognitive divisor responsible for making the
Help you?
Ratcheting up my rifle. Enemy detected. Capacitor out. Get it while it's energized.
It is the duty of every protector and subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency.
Preserve said progress. Sustain the system. Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate... for their assigned work? Come in, come right in, and be refreshed. It's not just a good idea, it's the law.
Requires it. That's why mental...
Are you ready to realign the paradigm? To shed all manner of imperfect thoughts? All it takes is some light instruction, a restorative cocktail, and a quick dip into the lathe of particularity to abrade your imperfections. I'm Head Refresher Gould, and I guarantee when you exit our doors, you'll be a productive member of our perfect society again. Soon you'll say, goodbye, imperfect thoughts.
Lovely day for a coup, dear. The only surprise about the Protectorate's consul usurping the Sovereign's authority made the plan.
Greetings, subject. Or should I say, refreshed to be.
Haven't had an imperfect thought in.
Welcome to the Wellnetarium. You're not on my schedule. A walk-in then. Wonderful. Once you're properly evaluated, we'll have you well on your way to refreshment.
Right. That's why we're here. Got some thoughts we need rinsed. I mean, washed. Deloused.
Oh, you appear to have questions. A telltale sign of needing refreshment. Why, of course. Naturally. It is the duty of every subject to submit for a quick mental tune-up whenever we experience imperfect thoughts or lack a little zeal.
Feeling distracted? Daydreaming on the job?
Simply step over to my automechanical colleague to my left, / your right, and it will begin your assessment.
My irregularities have all been abraded.
It is the duty of every Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency.
Greetings, subject unscheduled. Welcome to Placid Waters Wellnetarium. Evaluation commencing. Subjects are required to respond 100% accurately to all queries. Bespoke prescribed regimens may produce untoward ramifications if baseline data is greater than minutely erroneous. Query 1. Concisely characterize your personal perspective.
Remember, all subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent...
Incorrect, but your response has merited a yay-sayer verbal commendation for exceptional tactfulness in the field, allowing you partial credit. The accepted answer is, I fulfill my duty to the Sovereign as a loyal Protectorate subject by operating at peak efficacy, without error, perpetually. Each a vital cog. Query 2. Rate your present level of zealous efficaciousness on a scale of 1 to 5. 5 being the highest, 3 being a traitor, 1 being dead. Incorrect. Wait, processing. That was correct. No subject has ever answered that query accurately before to date. The degree of zealous efficaciousness expected of a dutiful and true subject of the Protectorate is beyond measure. Query 3. Do you ever fall prey to imperfect thoughts, including, but not limited to, doubt, disbelief, uncertainty, curiosity, recalcitrance, and mischief? Unacceptable. A perfect society demands perfect thoughts. Imperfection is impossible when the mind is a thing of symmetry. Final query. How would your neighbors describe you? Unsatisfactory response. The appropriate reply was, they never questioned, never doubted. Their zeal never lagged. Formulating conclusion. Phrenometric matrix delineated. Subject evaluation score total 150 out of 200. The acceptable amount for a true and dutiful Protectorate subject is 0. In conclusion, you are in dire need of mental refreshment. Now, Proceed to the nearby pneumatic tube to collect your complimentary unitard and lift pass. Next, proceed one floor down, where you will be directed further. Your realignment with the paradigm begins now.
The system abides.
You'll feel ever so much better once your phrenometric peaks have been abraded.
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented. And others
Can't stop picturing Zeb going through this exact process.
Don't forget, your unthinking compliance lets the paradigm run with flawless efficiency. Unthinking is essential. Unthink today. Unthink tomorrow. Unthink forever.
While there are many mental refreshment facilities,
Their team plays the worst anyone has ever played. Our first back is perfect.
Medicament
Our
dispensed
pitch ball is well conveyed.
today.
Is personally overseen by head refresher
To request an
the
exception.
top cognitive divisor responsible for making the mental refreshment process more refreshing than ever.
The kitchen pantry is presently off limits due to anomalous structural tampering.
Settle down, everyone. Lecture's playing. Prepare to be edified.
For today's topic, we'll touch on why our program is so very important. Ignorant, misguided outsiders may wonder.
Greeting, unscheduled walk-in. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest, how mentally refreshed are you feeling today? Rounding up for clarity / responding approvingly. Our refreshment facilitators will be pleased with your progress. Mindfully maintain mental momentum. I am responsible for providing each subject with their recommended daily dosage of reprioritrin. Medicament dispensement has concluded for the day. Response. Medicaments are stored in medicament storage, the office in which this unit presently operates. Yet, it is strictly off-limits to all non-refreshment facilitator personnel. Farewell statement. May refreshment soon render you free from doubt. A vital cog once more.
They hate our contentment. I like our contentment.
Prudence dictates we repel invasive elements.
While there are many mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia,
Curiosity
Waters
is
Wellness here on Praetor is uniquely special.
It is personally overseen by Head Refresher Gould, the top cognitive divisor responsible for making the mental refreshment process more refreshing than ever.
Oh, a new face. Well, I'd welcome you to the Wellnetarium, but the designated subject reader ought to have attended to that by now. Admitting you question is the first step in your recovery. But worry not. Soon enough, with our help and a little work, you'll never question again. You've missed the daily medicament dispensement, if that's what you mean. But you should take that up with the medicament dispensement automech directly. The medicament dispensement automech automechanically dispenses medicaments. You'll feel ever so much better once your phrenometric peaks have been abraded.
Greeting, unscheduled walk-in. Greeting, unscheduled walk-in.
That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
Prudence dictates we rout all disruptive influences.
Oh, you're new. Must be. You still retain that look of inquiry and deliberation. I'm Waylon.
Throughout Arcadia, Placid Waters Wellnetarium here on Praetor is uniquely special.
It is personally overseen by Head Refresher Gould, the top cognitive deviser responsible for
No,
making
I'm
the
newly
mental
full of zeal.
refreshment process
That is,
more
I hope
refreshing
the
than
process
ever.
took this time. They say my phrenometric peaks are resistant to abradement, but still, they try.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental
Wait,
refreshment
I just blinked several times, didn't I? What did that signify? I couldn't leave. Not yet. Haven't completed my regimen. My phrenometric peaks are still jutting all over the place, they say. May you realign with the paradigm.
Subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclination. Fashions the mind into a thing.
New person. You have a look of query about you. I have answers to questions and no questions.
Remember, all subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the Consul.
And others are not.
The kitchen pantry is presently...
Guns cocked and loaded. Just get the signal.
I would not refuse medical support.
Oh, hello.
Medicament dispensement has concluded for today.
Greetings, new person.
Your realignment with the paradigm begins now.
The particularity does.
Pondering begets disharmony.
Hello, my name is Abigail, and I am realigned with the paradigm. Head Refresher Gould says his recorded lectures are key to thinking approved thoughts. He tells us what to think and what thoughts are unsanctioned. It's also very helpful. That, a restorative cocktail of pharmaceuticals, and a quick dip into the lathe of particularity device can abrade all imperfections. Only internally, I'm afraid. You should speak to Refreshment Facilitator Tilden in the lecture hall. Just follow the signs to the lecture hall. Why, it's right outside Head Refresher Gould's office. He'll schedule you an appointment. Refreshment is inevitable. You can't fight contentment.
Greeting, unscheduled walk-in. Greeting, unscheduled walk-in.
I'll admit, the coup caught me on the back foot. Always figured the console for a power snatcher, but I'd never put bits down on him betraying the Sovereign. They seem so tight-knit. Just think about all those posters of the pair of them that'll have to change now. A real crying shame. I'd say it's about as likely as a sprat learning the polka. The Sovereign's misfortune is our gain, as far as I'm concerned. The console might be projecting strength, but by my reckon, Protectorate's more unstable now than ever before.
Yes? I was once a victim of imperfect thoughts. Oh, I had so many questions. But my questioning days are long gone. Admitting you question is the first step in your recovery. But worry not. Soon enough, with our help and a little work, you'll never question again. I see you found the lecture as edifying as all the others here. Good, good. Collective cognitive compliance is a key part of the prescribed curative regimen. Head Refresher Gould provides us with daily lectures in audio cartridge form to steer group thinking. As they say, to think together is to together thrive. Upstairs in the audiovisual aids office, of course, though that area is off limits to all subjects not a part of facility staff or security. How very interesting. Here, take my pass then. It grants access to all mid-privilege priority areas. You must mean the lathe of particularity. One assumes you haven't had a session with Head Refresher Gould yet. You'll soon learn all about it firsthand. You'll feel ever so much better once your phrenometric peaks have been abraded.
That could have gone worse.
So this process removes all curiosity, then?